Welcome to the Vibrantly You podcast. We're your hosts, Megan Martineau
and Caitlin Cipriano. In this podcast, we talk about fitness and nutrition on your motherhood journey. Whether you are trying to conceive, pregnant, postpartum, or beyond, you are welcome here.
Nothing is off limits, and our goal is to support you in this important season of life so that you can feel vibrantly you. As a reminder, this information is not medical advice. Please see the show notes for more details.
Welcome back to the Vibrantly You podcast. I'm Caitlin, and today we're going to be diving into a topic that is often way more confusing than it needs to be. Today we're talking about food safety during pregnancy. This is probably something that you have probably experienced conflicting information on. It is very readily available, unfortunately, on social media, but a lot of misinformation is going around the internet in regards to things you may have seen, like you can't have deli meat, no sushi ever, just a little sip of wine, it's fine. Avoid soft cheeses unless you're someone that doesn't, like the stuff like that, right? And it can really make you feel like every meal is a test you could fail potentially. So today I'm going to be breaking down the actual evidence-based research, the legitimate guidelines, as always, in a way that is going to empower you to have further conversations with your healthcare provider. Because, here's the truth. This should not be a gray area. We have the literature, we have the studies. This is not something that moms should be confused or scared about. You deserve to know how to best support your body in pregnancy. There's always going to be things that are outside of our control during this time frame, but you should feel empowered by your nutrition choices, and that should not be something that you're so stressed out about. So let's dive in. We're going to kick this off with talking about deli meat and listeria and what the real risk association here is, because this is like a classic pregnancy, no. And what the evidence really says here is that the concern is not the meat itself, right? The concern is listeria. And this is a bacteria that pregnant women are more susceptible. The CDC says pregnant women are 10 to 12 times more susceptible during pregnancy. And this is due to decreased immune function, right? And so this is not to say, right, that listeria is only found in deli meat. Listeria can also be found in a lot of other foods, right? Packaged like lettuce, leafy greens, soft cheeses that are made with unpasteurized milk, smoked seafood, ice cream, like frozen waffles, guys. So avoiding deli meat alone doesn't remove the risk, but we should know what can help reduce the risk. How can you really prioritize food safety with these things so that you can reduce your risk? And that is things like steaming the deli meats to the proper temperature, 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This is making sure your fridge is kept below 40 degrees. Washing your produce well, making sure that you're trying as much as possible to consume and receive the foods that you're eating from safe, trusted sources, that you're using foods by their use-by date. You are reheating any leftovers and ready to eat meats, and just again, practicing safe handling foods. And so for me and my clients, it's assessing the risk. What does that look like for you when it comes to this type of situation in regards to listeria? So there's the information so that you can make an informed decision in regards to that. let's move into talking about sushi and seafood, because this is another like big area of like misconception. So raw fish is not off limits because it's like quote unquote dangerous. It's off limits because of the risk of foodborne illness in a time, again, where your immune system is naturally suppressed. That said, go for those fully cooked sushi rolls. Like, I had a shrimp tempura roll the other night. So good, cooked. And like that was a great option for me personally during pregnancy, alongside some really great vegetable rolls. You can typically do like a crab roll base because oftentimes that imitation crab is cooked. And so like there are options. And again, just making sure like you are getting your sushi from like trusted sources. Like you probably don't want to go for like gas station or grocery store sushi during pregnancy. Please get it from somewhere where you know it is being handled properly. Again, we go back to talking about fish. The other concern during pregnancy is mercury. And so some of the topic around sushi and other seafood is more in regards to mercury. So, according to FDA, avoiding high mercury fish like king mackerel, swordfish, tilefish, shark, tuna. You can do like a skipjack tuna though during pregnancy. So, if you wanted to do like canned tuna fish, awesome, because these low mercury fish options like salmon, shrimp, cod, sardines, like eating 2 to 3 servings of these options per week is amazing during pregnancy. Like fish is a super nutritious option. It has great omega-3s, which are super helpful, not only for you, but for supporting your baby's fetal brain development. So we don't want to fear seafood. We just want to choose smartly and enjoy those options that we do like and enjoy during pregnancy and feel like we can tolerate well. Okay. This one got me fired up the other day on my TikTok in regards to alcohol. For some reason, there's a lot of debate online about this, but the research is really not conflicting. The CDC, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and ACOG all very simply state that there is no known safe amount of alcohol during pregnancy. Does this mean like if you take an accidental sip of kombucha, like that it ruins everything? Or that like if you ordered a non-alcoholic beverage at a restaurant and then took a sip and realized that they didn't make it properly, does this like ruin everything? Like, no, like the context matters here, but like intentionally drinking alcohol during your pregnancy is not supported by evidence. So if you want to make sure that you're in a social event or you want to have something fun, like go for a mocktail. Like there's so many fun mocktail recipes now, and companies also that have great options for non-alcoholic beverages. You can like find like herbal like iced teas, or I have some great non-alcoholic mocktail recipes in some of my cookbooks and educational guides that you can find online. So you can still like, again, be social or enjoy like a ritualistic experience without having the alcohol exposure. Okay. All right. Let's move on to this conversation around soft cheeses. So this is the whole pasteurized versus unpasteurized situation. So you can eat cheese during pregnancy, of course. We just want to make sure that it's from pasteurized milk. So oftentimes, there's a lot of safe options that are included in there. You just want to check and make sure it's pasteurized or made with pasteurized milk, right? So just check that you often can still include a lot of the things that you like and enjoy. Okay. Generally, food safe practices. I want to talk about these because this is really the part that we don't hear about. And this is where most of the actual risk reduction happens. We want to, again, wash produce thoroughly. We want to limit foods that's sitting out on the counter. We want to make sure you're storing your leftovers appropriately, that you're keeping any like raw meat away from your produce, that you're reheating foods properly if you are utilizing leftovers. We want to try to avoid like the buffet type of foods that are sitting at room temperature, or be extra cautious if you are, navigating situations where you are having buffet foods. It is still very possible. I've gone on multiple cruises when I have been pregnant, and you can navigate a buffet. You just want to pay attention to what you are selecting. And again, like, these habits are like far more beneficial than feeling like you need to ban entire food groups because you have so much anxiety around this. And if you have anxiety around this, like, let's feel free to talk. Please feel to reach out to me. I'm not here to like gatekeep this information to clients only. Like, send me a DM at Wholesome Huntress Nutrition, and let's make sure you can feel confident with this, because it is not about fear. We want the heart of this conversation to, again, empower you through understanding food safety and not having this feel confusing. You deserve to know this clear evidence that supports your health and not all of the fear-based messaging and misinformation that is online. And so please know this is a space where I break down the science and support you in a very simple way. So I hope this was helpful. Please share this with a friend to get the word out. And again, if you have questions, please feel free to DM me over on Instagram. I'm always here to help you nourish your body, trust your choices, and just feel more confident in your pregnancy. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next episode.